Hello, children. Now I'm going to start with the second part of your supplementary reader book. That is lesson number 3, and the name of the lesson is The uh, Selfish Giant. Okay, so here I continue with the lesson. Now, just a brief, this is the second part. So, here is the brief description of the second part. To celebrate the returns of the children, trees covered themselves with birds and blossoms. Now, in this part, we are going to read that the children come back to the giant's garden. Okay, when the children come back, the trees are all covered with birds and the blossoms means flowers. The giant was delighted to see his friends back, especially a little boy whom he loved dearly. Now, in this part, we are also going to read that the giant was very much delighted to have back all his friends. That means he had made friends with the birds, with the flowers, with the nature, and also with those children. Okay, now he was more attracted, he loved one special little boy whom who has returned back to his garden. And who was that? Let's find out. The little boy soon disappeared, only to return much later. Now, what happened? This small boy, after some time, he disappeared. And when he disappeared, he returned back after some time also. Now, what happened between that time? Let's find out and continue with the reading of the lesson. Okay. Now, he saw a most delightful sight. Now, what sight did he see when he peeped out of his house? Through a little hole in the wall, the children had crept in, and they were sitting on the branches of the trees. In every tree that he could see, there was a little child, and the trees were so glad to have the children back again that they had covered themselves with blossoms. Now, what happened? The he felt a beautiful smell, he felt the warm weather, and when he looked out of his window, he saw a very wonderful sight. Now, through that hole in the wall, there was a small hole in the wall, and through that hole, all the children had crept inside. Crept means they slowly came through that hole, and they were all sitting on the branches of the trees of that garden. Now, in every tree there he could see that there was a little child. And the trees also, they were also very happy to see so many children who had come back, and they had all covered themselves with the blossoms, with the flowers, and were waving their arms gently, and they were waving their hands gently towards the giant. That means the sight over there was very beautiful. Now, can you see in this picture? Here is the giant. There are so many trees, and there are so many children playing, and even you can see the small beautiful flowers. The birds are flying. That means the autumn season, and the scene which the giant saw, he was very happy to look at it. Waving their hands gently above the children's heads. Now, the children also, they were waving their hands above their heads, and they were acknowledging all the scene and also the child. The birds, now I told you, the birds were flying about and twittering with delight, and the flowers were looking up through the green grass and laughing. Now, the flowers had also come from the ground. They were also very beautiful, very delightful to come out of the grass. And you can see the birds, They were flying here and there, and they were twittering. Twittering is the noise made by the birds. Why do the birds twitter? Because when they are very much delighted. It was a lovely scene. Now I showed you in the picture. It was a very lovely scene. Only in one corner it was still winter. Now this is a strange thing, because in that particular garden, in one corner, there was still winter season was going on. The winds were blowing, there was snow all around. Now what was the reason? Let's find out. It was the farthest corner of the garden, and it was standing a little boy. Now it was the corner of that garden, and he could see that there was a small boy who was just simply standing in the corner. He was not doing anything. He was so small that he could not reach up to the branches of the tree. Now, why was he standing there very sad? Because he was a very small child and he was unable to reach the branches of the tree. He was not able to climb the tree, and he was wandering all round it, crying bitterly. Wandering means he was going all round the tree, and he was also crying very bitterly, very hard. The poor tree was still covered with frost and snow, and the north wind was blowing and roaring about it. Now, can you see the atmosphere in the just above the tree? The poor tree also, it was also covered with frost and snow, and there was also the north wind which was blowing which was blowing and roaring and making lot of noise. See, the wind, when it blows very hard, it makes lot of noise. So it was roaring about it. Climb up, little boy, said the tree, and it bent its branches down as low as it could, but the boy was too tiny. The tree was also trying to help the little boy. Now, to help that little boy, what did it do? It bent its branches down, means as low as he can. इतना ज़्यादा वो झुका सकता है जितना, उतना उसने झुकाया. But the poor little boy was too small to climb the tree. And what happened further? Here. And the giant's heart melted as he looked out. Means the giant, who was very cruel, he also became very sad, and he felt very bad that the small boy was not able to climb the what? Climb the tree. So what did he do? How selfish I have been, he said. Now I know why the spring could not come here. I will put that poor little boy on the top of the tree, and then I will knock down the wall. Now, when he saw that, it was saw the scene that over that one particular tree there was a north wind was blowing, frost was there, snow was there, and the spring was not coming. His heart also melted. That is, the giant's heart melted, and he decided that he is going to help that poor little boy, help him to climb on the top of the tree. And he also decided to knock down the wall. And my garden shall be the children's playground forever and ever again. And he made a strong decision that from now onwards, his garden will become the playground for the small children always. Ever and ever means always. He was really very sorry for what he had done. Now he was felt very bad for he had stopped the children to come inside the garden, and he became a good giant. So he crept downstairs and opened the front door quite softly and went out into the garden. So what did he decide to do? He slowly climbed down, crept means came downstairs from his castle and opened the front door very softly so that he cannot disturb the children, and he went out into the garden. But when the children saw him, they were frightened. Naturally, because they were frightened, because now they thought that the giant would come and tell them, or he would scold them or punish them because they were playing in that garden. But now the giant was a changed person. Only the little boy did not run, for his eyes were so full of tears that he did not see the giant coming. Now, who ran away? All the other children. They had run away because they were frightened. Only that small little boy did not run away. Why? The reason is that because his eyes were all full of tears, and he did not see, and he could not see the giant coming inside the garden. And the giant stole up behind him. Slowly, what did the giant do? He came up behind him and helped him and took him gently in his hands and put him up into the tree. Now what did the giant do? He slowly came up behind the giant and caught hold of him, helped him and put him on the top of the tree. Okay, and then what happened? And the tree broke at once into blossom, and the birds came and sang on it. Now suddenly what happened? The tree, which was full of frost and snow, it broke immediately, and suddenly what happened? The blossoms, the tree started blooming with flowers, and the birds also came and sat on that particular tree, and they were also singing. And the little boy stretched out his arms and flung them round the giant's neck. Even the little boy was so happy to see the giant that he flung his arms, gale लग गया उस giant के, and what did he do? He kissed him. The boy kissed the giant. And the other children, when they saw that the giant was not wicked at all, उसको लगा कि अरे ये giant तो is not at all a wicked person. He's not a cruel person. So what did they do? When they realized that giant was not wicked anymore, any longer, they came back running back, and with them came the spring. Now what did the other children do? They had come back running. Isn't it? They came back running, and what happened? Along with the children, the spring also returned back. It is your garden now, little children, said the giant. And he took a great axe and knocked down the wall. And when the people were going to market at 12 o'clock, they found the giant playing with the children in the most beautiful garden they had ever seen. At that time, what happened? The giant, what did he do? He took a big axe and knocked down the wall. वॉल जो था उसको उसने तोड़ दिया. उन्होंने उस एक्स से उस गार्डन के जो वॉल है उसको तोड़ दिया. And around 12 o'clock, when the other people of that town, they were going to the market, they saw that the giant was playing with the children in the most and the garden was also looking, because that garden had now become the most beautiful garden the people had ever seen. All day long they played, and in the evening they came to the giant to bid him goodbye. Now the whole day the children played a lot in the garden, and in the evening they came back. That means the children went back to the giant and they said goodbye to him. But where is your little companion? He said. The little boy I put into the tree. Now the giant asked them, there was a small boy who was your friend. Now where is that small boy? He asked. Now what was the reply? The giant loved him the best because he had kissed him. The giant had loved that small boy because he had kissed him, isn't it? So he was worried. He wanted to say goodbye to that small boy also. We don't know, answered the children. He has gone away. The children did not know about the small boy. You must tell him to be sure and come tomorrow, said the giant. But the children said that they did not know where he lived and had never seen him before, and the giant felt very sad. The children, when asked about the little boy, they told the giant that they don't know about that little boy. उनको पता ही नहीं था कि where that little boy had come from or where he lived. Now, why? Because they had never seen him before. And immediately what happened? The giant felt very sad. Every afternoon when school was over, the children came and played with the giant. But the little boy whom the giant loved was never seen again. Now, so sad, isn't it? The giant had started loving that small boy, but he was not. All the other children came to his garden to play with in the garden and with the giant, but the small boy whom the giant loved did not came again. The giant was very kind to all the children, yet he longed for his little friend and often spoke of him, how I would like to see him, he used to say. He started loving all the children, but he always missed that little small boy who was not coming at all. Now, years went by, and the giant grew very old and feeble. Feeble means very weak. He would not play with anymore. So he sat in a huge armchair and watched the children at their games and admired his garden. Now, a long years, that means years went by. After many years also, what happened? The children used to come into that garden, but that boy, that small little boy, never came. The giant always used to sit in that armchair. Now, why did he used to simply sit in that armchair? Because he had become very old and weak, feeble, and he simply used to watch the children who played in his garden, and he used to admire his garden. How many? Now, can you see the picture over here? The giant is sitting in a big armchair. The children are all playing. The garden was blooming with flowers. Lots of birds were flying here and there. Can you see the birds? So all the scene was very good. But still you can see the giant's face. His face is looking very sad. Now why was he sad? Because he was missing that small boy, isn't it? So in the next page, so what is the giant was always thinking? I have many beautiful flowers, he said, but the children are the most beautiful flowers of all. Now, when the giant realized that the most beautiful, the garden was very beautiful, lots of flowers were there, and birds were flying. It was one of the best garden in that area. But the giant realized that the children are the most beautiful flowers of all. Okay, the time flew away like that. One winter morning, he looked out of his window as he was dressing. He was getting ready to go and sit in the garden, and during the winter season, he saw something. Now, what did he see? He did not hate the winter now, for he knew that it was merely the spring asleep and that the flowers were resting. Now, though it was winter season, it became a habit for him to get dressed up and go and sit outside. Now he was not hating the winter season. Now why was he not hating the winter season? Because he knew, he had understood that during winter the spring was sleeping, and that the flowers were also resting. Suddenly he rubbed his eyes in wonder and looked and looked. Now he saw something in the garden. Now what was that? Let's find out. So when he saw that surprising thing, he rubbed his eyes again and again in wonder. Now why did he do? It certainly was a marvelous sight. Why? Because when he looked outside his window, the sight he saw, that means the scenery, the sight he saw was very marvelous, beautiful. In the farthest corner of the garden was a tree quite covered with lovely white blossoms. Now, what did he see? In the corner of his garden, he had a big tree. There was a big tree, and the tree was covered with most beautiful white flowers. Its branches were golden. The branches of that tree were also golden in color, and silver fruit hung down from them. And from there he could see that there were lots of fruits were there. The fruits were all silver in color. And underneath it and below that tree, it stood the little boy he had loved. He saw the same little boy under that particular tree. So that is the reason why he was so happy to see that beautiful tree. Downstairs ran the giant in great joy and out into the garden. He ran very quickly into the garden. He hastened across the garden. He ran very quickly across the garden and came near to that small child. And when he came quite close, his eyes grew red with anger. कभी कभी हमारे कभी दोस्त हमसे मिलते नहीं आते. Sometimes we get angry. तुम इतने दिनों से कहाँ थे तुम? Why did you not come to my house? उसे आया गुस्सा. उसने गुस्से में क्या बोला? He said, who hath dared to wound thee? मीन्स किसने तुम्हें तंग किया? क्यों नहीं आए इतने दिन? He was very angry. For on the palms of the child's hands were the prints of 2 nails. Now why was he angry? Who hath dared? Who has dared to wound thee means you. Wound means chot. Who dared to hurt you? The giant asked him. Now why did he ask? Because he saw that on the hands of that small boy there were prints of 2 big nails. Nails मैंने कीले लगे हुए थे. And the prints of 2 nails were on the little feet also. उनके पैर में भी 2 nails लगे हुए थे. So he got very angry. The giant got very angry. Who hath not, the giant asked again, who hath dared to wound thee? Cried the giant. Tell me that I may take my big sword and slay him. Slay him means I am going to kill him. मैं अपना sword लूंगा और उनको बोलूंगा कि नहीं, उनको मैं hurt करूंगा, slay करूंगा. Kill. Slay means to kill. Now that is what the giant asked the small boy. Now can you see there is another picture over here? This giant is lying on the floor and there are many flowers on his body. Now let's find out why there are so many flowers on his body. Okay? Now as I told you, there were many flowers and he was asking the child, who has hurt you? Nay, answered the child, but these are the wounds of love. The child said, "It is nothing. It is only the wounds of love." "Who art thou? Who did this?" said the giant. And a strange awe fell on him, and he knelt before the little child. Now suddenly what happened? The child saw something very strange. And when he saw that, the big giant, suddenly he kneeled down, knelt before the little child. And the child smiled on the giant and said to him, "You let me play once in your garden?" And the giant saw something. The child was smiling at the giant and he was saying, "You allowed me to play in your garden. Today you shall play. You shall come with me to my garden, which is paradise." Now, what is the small child is saying? Now you will come to my house and play in my garden, which is a paradise. Paradise means heaven, which is a paradise. And when the children ran into, and that is what the small child has said. And in the afternoon, what happened? All the children had, as usual, came inside the garden, into the house of that giant in that afternoon. They found, what did they see? They found the giant was lying dead under the tree, all covered with white blossoms. I showed you that picture where the giant was lying under the tree and he was covered with all the blossoms. Now, what is it? That means the small child was actually the God who had came to change the selfish giant into a kind, understanding giant, and he had taken him to his paradise, to his place, to his the child's, to his, that is the God's house, that is the paradise, that is the heaven. And when the children came, they had found him dead under the tree. Okay, now this story has been written by Oscar Wilde. Okay, so I hope you have understood the lesson.